Hi everybody, welcome back to 18 Outdoors. Again, we appreciate all the support that we've gotten, all the likes, all the subscribers. We appreciate everything that y'all do for us. So making these videos, again, we're just trying to help, promote the public land hunting, help people get into it, or maybe be a little bit better or get a little more enjoyment out of it, So today is going to be I've had people ask me about this because I started a YouTube channel, a little over a year ago. And I've had people ask me, when are you going to do a story, or you've not done a full story about the big buck who killed the state record buck. Well, today, when this video comes out, is November 5th, 2024. So 3 years after I killed Mr. Majestic, is what I call him. So November 5th, 2021. A day, as good a day as anybody could ever have hunting, especially on public land, especially in Alabama. And, my goal was to kill decent deer and have a good time and trying to target mature bucks and, in certain situations, but there's times, when, a 3-year-old is a good enough buck for me, and then sometimes if we need to meet, I might, worry about that first, or toward the end of the season. It just depends on the situation, and that's what we try to promote. You make yourself happy and target what you want to target. Don't worry about what anybody else says. But if you're trying to kill big bucks or monster ones, mature ones, or whatever it is your goal is, you're not going to be able to accomplish that shooting a lesser buck, most of the time. So anyway, we're going to go into the story of this, and this, it's not really blind luck that I took this buck, but it's strategically worked out how, that I try to tell people or kind of encourage people, to me, your best shots at killing a mature buck, to me, especially in the South, is, just because of the way our woods are thick and just the way big bucks, they don't have to move in the daylight, it's just there's nothing really that makes them move in the daylight except for maybe the rut. Food and all, because it don't get that cold most of the time to make them get up and stay eating all the time. Once they build their body up to get mature, they can go a while without, without anything affecting them, making them lose a bunch of weight besides the rut. So this buck is unique, is that I kind of killed him early season. But the strategy, and it's still the same strategies, and one person to really learn that from or listen to is Bobby Worthington. He's a whole up here different level. But he uses some of the strategies and some of the tactics basically that that I've talked about, and that it's just kind of similar, with rut funnels, or he calls them a soft funnel or a hard funnel. And whenever we're scouting postseason, I'm looking for funnels, edges, things that'll push a buck or a deer by me in a hunting situation. So when we're scouting postseason, I look for these places and I put cameras out. And most of the time I put a camera out, or me and Kathy put a camera out in a place, well, if this deer comes through here and if I get him on camera, I've got a place, a tree or something that I can hunt. So that's basically our strategy pretty much for any kind of funnel. Early season food trees or whatever is completely different. But so, a soft funnel, as Bobby would say, is a funnel that like a buck would use in his area. So, and a hard funnel, he says, and it makes sense. It's I've never, called them that. I just look at things, as a funnel when something travels for a long ways, or anything would travel a long ways going from food source to food source, or bedding to bedding, just, and like you look at a map and you see a bunch of hills or a bunch of different points, whether it's food plots, green fields, pastures, different trees, blocks of different forest or timber, cutovers, whatever, and you start going lines to lines of one place to another, and you start looking for places, funnels in between them areas, that would give you the best odds at multiple bucks. So that is the strategy that, you know, that put me on most of these deer, and specifically this buck, but it was an earlier, you know, early season. So, and in 2017, I think, 2 years prior to me taking him, I checked the camera in February. It might have been April. Anyway, it was later. And I had this guy on camera a couple of times, and I'll put pictures on here, for the first time in a funnel above like a creek crossing. So, and he was supposed to say 4.5 years old, looked like, but you know, he was carrying this kind of similar frame, wasn't as big, of course, but was real skinny and was kind of, wasn't sure, it looked like it might not even live. So I showed a picture to the biologist, you know, and he said, I don't know. He said, the deer's got major potential, that he's awful skinny. So, and he was running around with a couple bucks that already shedded, but he still was hoping he is. So, well, rock on to the next year. I hunted that place. I seen does and stuff like that. Well, I didn't, you know, I was hoping he was alive, but I was not sure. So, and so anyway, come time to check cameras, you come to find out he had a similar frame and was still alive during season, and come by like one day after a day that I'd hunted, you know, and had fallen 3 does. And he looked like he was 160, but he just didn't have all the split, but he had recovered. Body looked good, you know, rack looked good, but he just didn't have all the splits. So, well, I'm hoping, you know, being, you know, my camera strategy, you know, everybody knows I don't really check them but twice a year. So, and we're always constantly scouting and looking to reposition, you know, look for newer areas, you know, or a hotter funnel, you know, whatever. We're looking, when we check them cameras, we're looking to see the dates of what's traveling through there and how many bucks and how many good ones, you know, to make a plan to hunt. So anyway, I missed him, but I knew, well, I'm hoping he's still alive. So, and looking at the camera data, because he made a couple of trips, both that year and the year before, in a daylight, you know, in this area. And I'm thinking, man, so if I'm just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a plan, is not mess with this. I'm not going to go in this area until that week, you know, that he showed up on camera daylight. So, and I'm still hoping, you know, I'm not even sure if he's still alive, but, you know, for that season, the year I killed him. So, but anyway, I don't worry about that, because, you know, you can't worry about, you know, I've talked about this before. Don't worry about anything that would, you know, that's negativity. You know, don't think about stuff like that. Just stick with your plan. You know, go with your gut. Don't worry if he died, if you think he might die of old age, or if he's just gone or whatever. Still make your plan. Don't, you know, over intrusion into an area. The more you check cameras, or the more you keep going in there scouting, you know, right before season or during season, it just, to me, it puts a little bit more scent in the area. You know, if you're looking at new areas, trying to find a hotter spot, you know, maybe that's fine. But your area that you know a buck is in, the more you go in there, to me, the more he's gonna know you're in there, and he's patterned you. So I decided, all right, I'm not going to that area. So also a thing I decided was the year when I found this buck is the same year that I killed the big one with the bow. That would make my second one with the record book, you know, one with a rifle and one with the bow. I thought, well, I'm going to tote my muzzleloader this year, all year, trying to get one big enough to put in the record book with the muzzleloader, because it's just a new goal. You know, just sometimes you kind of get a little bit bored, or, you know, not have the fire like you used to. But anyway, I knew this guy, if he's still alive, would be big, I'm hoping, and I'm going to try to do it muzzleloader. If not, I'd bought a crossbow to hunt, because the area that he was coming through was a tough angle of a shot with a bow, and a crossbow would be a little bit easier, you know, and just because they're faster, flatter shooting, you know, so to a certain extent. So I said, well, I'm gonna muzzleloader hunt all the gun hunts, muzzleloader hunt after him, you know, just stick to it, and then after that season, you know, open mode wherever, I'll talk to the muzzleloader and just keep trying doing it. So I waited, you know, that week was like the first week and second week of November when he would make a daylight appearance. So the first day I was off, to go during that time frame was November 5th. So me and Kathy, you know, we're ready. I worked off, we got the camper set up, and we go that morning. I carry her, got her on a different little area, same general area. You know, she had a chance on him, just, you know, basically as much as I did. And got her dropped off. She got her muzzleloader. I go down to my spot, sneak in there before daylight. You know, it's just hunting a funnel. So anyway, that day I snuck down there, got in the tree. You know, and had Kathy got dropped off. Sit there, and you know, it was a good cool morning, a little bit breezy. That year acorns were everywhere. I'm talking about, we had a white oak mass crop, just, you know, more than most people like. You know, I don't really worry about some of that stuff. I don't have a good of luck or a good of season when the years when you don't have any acorns in dry years and stuff. So just, I don't know what it is. Anyway, it was acorns everywhere. So, well, about 9:30 or so, I hadn't seen anything, and something caught my eye, and here come a 6 or 7 point walking by slow, and he was stopping. He was eating acorns, and he eased up about 50 yards, kind of in front of me, a big white oak tree that had been dropping. I watched him a little bit, messing around there eating. He just slowly peeling around eating. You know, kind of odd it was that later in the morning, you know, but I don't care when I'm hunting. I don't never climb down to about 11 o'clock. So that's just me. Now, if it's toward the rut, I'll try to stay all day if I can. But if Kathy's with me, she's going to make a decision to hunt either mornings or evenings. So most time during the gun season, muzzleloader hunts, we're hunting mornings, and then I'll go back and hunt evening, and she'll hang out at camp and stuff. So anyway, 9:45, that bucket come through and kind of went on out, and he was a good sized buck. You know, most people would have shot him. I would have shot him kind of normally, but I'm on this area just for this buck, basically, or another big one, you know, but wasn't gonna be no lower class one. So anyway, that buck's gone, and just something catches the corner out of my eye on the corner, something walking a little bit, and say the buck, the 6 or 7 point come by at like 25 yards. Well, like 40, 45 yards, this buck was down the hill a little bit, and then kind of same angle, going that same way. Well, he took a couple steps and stopped behind a tree, but I'd seen this big old side over here. That side, I said, good Lord, you know, big buck. Well, he stepped behind a tree. All I could see was his rear end. I'm turning around, propping that muzzleloader, just waiting. And it seemed like it was taking forever for him to move. And I even contemplated, well, if I shoot him high in the hip, break him down, I can reload, you know, and take care of him again. But I just didn't do it. So anyway, I'm sitting there at that crosshair on that spot in front of that tree waiting. And he steps out. And as soon as he steps out, I put the crosshair behind that shoulder and squeeze. You know, he was at an angle, kind of quartering away. Well, gun goes off. I see him kick, like white tail kick, his rear end up there, and take off. And you know, got the smoke going and stuff, and it echoes. And then I thought I hear some kind of crazy crashing or something, but wasn't sure. You know, things go through your mind. So anyway, I'm a big proponent of, if you don't see the deer die, wait one minimum of an hour. So, well, I'm waiting an hour. Well, after about 30 minutes, you know, I'm rethinking everything's going through my hand. You know, you sure you seen that kick and all that? You know, did you hear that crash? Anyway, had to pee. So I get up, pee. I thought, well, still gonna wait 30 more minutes. Well, I went to move. I said, I'll pack some of my stuff up. So I had my pack, and I was packing something up, and I forgot about that pea ball, and I knocked it off, and it hit everything in the world going down, making all kind of racket. So ain't crap. So anyway, I just went ahead, so I go down there and look for blood. So it's been 30 minutes. So you know, it should be fine normally. So eased down, went down to where I thought, no blood. What? So I'm off something. So I look back up the tree. Well, I might be far enough to one side, so I keep looking at the tree. All right, I think right here. So I go up, don't find nothing. So I just start zigzagging. You know, I go down, you know, 40 yards down, go 5 yards further to where I think direction he goes, come up 50 yards, you know, just trying to cross blood. Well, after about the third trip, found blood. All right, and I'm talking about good blood. So, well, that looks good. So, start following it, come to like a little oak tree, bark's knocked off of it, blood right beside it. Wow. So it looked like a little hump. Well, I get up to that little hump, look over that hump, and I can see this rack facing me. You know, and I look, and he's laying down facing back toward me. So, and believe me, you know, looking at him here, you know, people have seen the mounts, big mount. Well, looking at him on the ground, walking up from him from 40, 50 yards away, hey, tears start coming. I started, man, he's big. So I look, you know, make sure he's dead. He's up there, you know. I got a video a clip I'll show you of me looking at him on the ground. Hey people, I have been really blessed today. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Black Warrior, primitive weapons, muzzleloader hunt. Look at here. He is a world-class animal for sure. I'm talking about a dang monster. Big body. He was following another buck. I'm pretty sure I had this deer on camera a couple of years. He is a huge Black Warrior beast. Amazing. Amazing. Truly amazing. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so blessed. I walk up there, you know, I've never, you know, I've seen some big deer, and I'm thinking, you know, I've killed the 158 that's behind me, a lot wider, and I'm looking at this, man, that thing's big. He's got to be that, you know, it's 170 anyway, and you know, I'm not thinking anything else. I'm just thinking that sucker's 170 inches. You know, I'm counting about 14 points. I don't get all of them counted. I put my game check and do all that, and I'm looking at him, and I'm sitting there and, you know, done a little video and thanking God, you know, still tears. And I'm thinking, you know, this is the buck I had on camera, 99% sure. I said, man, that's amazing. I hope I got him on camera this year because I don't know yet. So, and, you know, come to find out I did. So I had a couple pictures of him. So, anyway, after all that, I sat there, well, crap. So, this thing's big, so I don't want to, you know, nowadays you got people to question things, you know, if you kill it legally, legit, somewhere else, or whatever. So what I'm going to do is, it's pushing time for me to pick Kathy up, so I just go ahead and field dress him, and I drag him for an hour and something, you know, away from the general area. I don't want, because my plan was, I'm going to go out, get her, try to call the biologist and tell him, hey, I've killed a big one. I'm 170 plus, pretty sure. And I'm going to call 3 or 4 of my buddies, you know, to go with me. That way I've got proof, you know, where the deer was at and all that stuff, daylight, you know, and the biologist knew. So, and the biologist had already seen some pictures of him. So anyway, I'll ease out, get up there to Kathy. I've tore up, you know, I've got blood all over me, up her and my sleeves, I'm sweating, you know, hot, you know, just all pumped up, and look at her, and she said, what is it? She said, I heard you shoot. And I said, I got him. And, you know, I'm tickled to death, and she come down, so we ease out, go back to the camp. I call the biologist, tell him, you know, it's going to be a while, and I call, you know, 5 or 6 people, got about 4, you know, and I really appreciate them helping me. So I got them to meet, come up, and I'll show a picture with them, so, and it's just great to have friends that'll help you, and you know, even during the hunting season. It's funny, was 2 of them was out there scouting in a different area, and I'm thinking, scouting? I said, you kind of ought to be hunting, because you ain't gonna believe what I killed. But anyway, that's Justin Martindale and David Heatherly. You know, thank them for coming and helping me. And then Charles Kenny came and helped. So, and you know, of course, the rat Kathy. So, but anyway, you know, great friends to help do that. And anyway, it took us a while. We get down there and we talk about all that, look at it, take pictures, come on out, you know, and just get up there at the checking station. Got more friends coming, you know, and it's just, you know, it's a great day. You know, while we're dragging, we're stopping, talking. You know, it takes 3 hours or something like that, I think. But it's about an hour or so before dark.
173 inches.
I bet that got you fired up.
17, 51. 52, 173 and 52 is 225.
How much?
173.
225 pounds.
173 and 52 is 225 all day long.
Awesome.
I need full sample on it.
No matter if it weighed 150 pounds.
Yeah, fire yourself. You know what we're probably gonna do? Full body.
Going, yeah.
Laying down full body.
I'd like to know where you're going to keep it.
The boss is up there and he said, man, I said, Big, he said, I don't know, he might go booner or something. I said, I don't know. But anyway, you know, we're all talking. He said, I'm going to give him a rough score. I said, all right, see, you know, we go off and just let him do that because, you know, we done took a bunch of pictures and all that. And I'm, you know, in shock because it's a big old deer, you know. When he goes through, he said, I'm rough scored him at 194. I said, man, well, thank you. You know, I appreciate that. So, still in shock, you know. And me and Cassie, when we're leaving, I said, hey, ain't no way. He lost his mind, 194, and, you know, he had 4 more points than I'd have counted. So I didn't, you know, didn't think nothing about it. I mean, that's not what my goal, which I didn't, you know, the record stuff is different because I didn't even think nothing about that. You can ask Wes Moy about this because Wes Moy called me one day. So anyway, one of my goals was if I killed a mature buck that made Pope and Young, I was going to do a full body mount. Well, when I killed that one that made Pope and Young, I was so excited I forgot about it and done had his legs cut off, so I didn't get to do a full body mount. So, but this one, I made sure when I field dressed him, I just barely cut a spot. Got everything out, called Anthony Parker, my tax numbers, and said, man, I got a full body mount, I'm begging, I want to do a full body mount. He said, well, come bring him to the shop in the morning. So we'll let him hang, we'll left him in the back truck, let him hang overnight. And we took off and carried him up there to get full body mount, done all that skinning and stuff, and it just, all that, you know, worked out fantastic. But still, I'm not thinking anything about no state record. I mean, like, again, that's not, you know, it is what it is, but I just didn't think nothing about it. And, well, I called Steve Lucas. You know, he scored stuff for me before and known him for a while. And we set up a time frame to score him. And on the drive down there, you can ask, you know, these people, well, the guy from Birmingham, crap, I can't think his name, but these suburban hunter guy. Well, he called, and I hate that I can't remember his name right now. Anyway, he called me and said, hey, you don't care if I do a video? Come down there and video it because I think that buck's special. I said, I don't care. If you want video, come on there. I'd be glad to meet you and stuff like that. So I met him. But anyway, as I'm driving, Wes Moy calls. He said, hey, did you tell me you're going to get that deer scored? And I said, yeah, I'm on my way right now. He said, no, I think that deer's going to be a state record. And I said, you've lost your mind. I said, state record. You know, 190 inches, something like that. I said, there ain't no way it's no 190. He said, I bet it's going to be state record. So yeah, you're going to be surprised. I said, whatever. So anyway, get down there. Steve Lucas starts scoring. You know, this down here at the University of Montevella. They got like an outdoor school program. And there were some guys and girls there. They were hanging out doing lunch, and they was kind of watching and stuff, and got to talk to some of them. Well, what's the name? I can't believe I can't remember this guy's name. But anyway, I'll put it in there. So he was doing a video. We're talking back and forth. You know, he killed a 199 with a bow. You know, down there in the suburbs of Birmingham, just a daggum freak. So we're talking back and forth. You know, having a good time. Steve's over there scoring, and he said, "Are you ready?" I said, "Well, I don't know." Anyway, he comes. He tells me to score 196 and 3/8. I said, "Do what?" He said, 196, 3/8, you beat the state record. You now on the state record. I said, golly. Anyway, almost started crying in. Hadn't been all the people there. I cried right to him. Anyway, amazing buck, and this buck deserves the recognition more than me. You know, it's funny, and it's very unique. It's how they survive. You know, there's a bunch of people hunting. How they survive and how they get like that without, you know, just make it that long to get this big, and just. It's amazing, and I really appreciate it. And these animals, I try to promote them because they're so beautiful, you know. And then some people will gripe, you know, well, why you shoot it because it's so beautiful? Well, I mean, when they get older, I mean, you don't nobody gets to see it. Just see what that is. And that just, he's got everything, you know, I'm so proud. And, you know, it was 18 point, which my brother was 18 point. That made things, and that started our logo for the 18 Outdoors. And it just made everything, you know, full circle. So at the time of this video, because I'm doing it ahead of time, I might not have the state record. You know, it's been 3 years. You know, it don't usually last. And this is, if you want to break the state record in Alabama, this is going to be the easiest one to break because it's not 200 inches. So all the other records in Alabama is 200 plus inches. So anyway, 196 3/8. I want somebody to break it. I mean, I want to see another monster buck with a muzzleloader. You know, there's been some close ones, you know, but hey, I'm not greedy. You know, I've had the state record now for a while, and that part don't really matter to me. I mean, it's just, I'm just proud to be involved in this, you know, full circle of the outdoor community and getting to share it. And me and my wife, you know, we're having a great time with it. You know, got grandkids coming up, going to do outdoor stuff for them. So anyway, not doing this video to brag or anything, but just kind of paying tribute, you know, to the day that this happened, how we done it, the process, you know, them funnels is how it worked. You know, his funnel was like pre-rut, so early, you know, a little bit before the pre-rut, so we call that a soft funnel. So you can think of that when you're doing your strategy, and that's tied into this buck and a lot of the bucks that I've killed. So I thank y'all for watching. You know, I'm videoing this before the season starts because we're going to be busy. So, but I ain't going to come out till November 5th. So we appreciate y'all watching. Thanks. If you haven't liked, haven't subscribed, please do. Please share. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next video. Get them flat. Hey everybody, thank y'all for watching the videos. Well, again, we appreciate y'all's support. If you haven't liked, please like and subscribe. And you don't care if you haven't got one of our books, check out Amazon and get a book. Also, we got a link on there where you can, on our YouTube channel, where you can go on. We got a little store set up, like if you're interested in any kind of merchandise, shirts and stuff, you can check that out. And we really appreciate anything like that. So again, we appreciate y'all's support. You know, keep watching. We're gonna keep trying to share the outdoors and how we do some things, and try to help everybody that we can enjoy the outdoors. And you know, we do this for just basically because of the environment and the community that's involved and built around hunting. So again, we appreciate y'all. Like, share, and we'll see y'all again.